Good morning. I realized I hadn't prepared my sentiment, so I was running around real quick getting a sentiment for my card, and then I had to cut the paper and get a block, all that stuff. Turning up my volume just in case. I hope you're having a good day on this windy, chilly day. We're supposed to get some heavy rain. There's a storm off the coast that's going to affect us. Hi, Camille. I hope I said that right. Say hello and tell me where you're from. I love to know where people come from to see me. Sometimes I know I just pop up in the feed and people click on me, but I hope you stick around and get an idea for a card. So anyway, this storm this afternoon, it's supposed to get really heavy rains. Hey, Sharon. And heavy winds like 40 miles an hour. So it's like I'm praying no trees come down. So we'll see. But, hey, perfect day for crafting. I made a big pot of chili last night because I knew it was going to be cold. And so I had chili for dinner. And it was like, okay, it's getting chilly. Let's pull out the soups and the chili, things like that, so that I can have some nice warm food. Today's card, I am revisiting a technique that has been around for years, but I think we often forget those older ideas. So I'm going to try and go back and visit them because a lot of them are perfect for beginner stampers or people who don't have a lot of supplies. And I didn't turn off my computer sound, or I'm going to refresh so that I can see if I'm live, or at least it'll pop up over there and I can hopefully see comments as they pop in. There it is. Okay, let me push that out. Okay, all right. But anyway, the technique uses an ink that most of us have, but if you're a new stamper, you might not have it. And it's a good ink to get because it's very versatile. And I'm going to show you that technique that is from a few years ago. I will tell you, I'm making a masculine card. The one I'm going to share that I made the other day and I posted the snippet of was a feminine version. Today I'm going to make a masculine version. So I like to show you how you can take the same layout, same idea, and make it as a masculine card. I did struggle with trying to find, hey Sharon, a paper that it would work on, because this really does well with medium to dark paper, but I did find a bright paper because that's what I wanted since I'm using dragonflies. That it worked on. So I'm using that one. I hope you all will give this a try. And if you do, share your card. We love to see different ideas. We all have different stamps and colors, and many of us have retired sets, and sometimes it's good to go back and revisit those. So let me take one more swallow and I'm going to turn this around. Now, hopefully, I have my blinds open. Hopefully, the sun won't come out between the clouds. I may shut them after I turn this. Now, if you get dizzy, you're going to need to shut your eyes until I say okay. So here we go. Shut your eyes. I'm going to flip this around. Okay, it's all set. Now all I have to do is get it in the center some. I never know where my cameras are with this. I moved it over. Oh, that's good. All right, almost. One more time. Let's see what that does. Ooh, a little too much. I never know which way to go. I probably went the wrong way. No, I didn't. Almost. A little bit more. There's the card we're going to make today. Oh, I went the wrong way. And it's, I use Misty Moonlight. And I did not stamp this with the color. I know I'm fiddling with this because it's driving me crazy that the lines aren't straight. So hopefully, you know what? Here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust my paper or my pad, wrong way, to be straight and not worry about trying to do the camera. That might be the smarter thing to do. Getting there. I did not use Misty Moonlight ink on this. Hey, Renee. Hey, Sharon, you won the card last week. So you have to send me your mailing address so that I can send it out to you. And for those of you watching, if you share my video and comment, I put you in the drawing for a, to win the card. So I had this card to give away, and I'll give away the masculine one also. So share my video and leave some comments so that we can all get ideas. But this is the card we're going to make today. So I chose, I'm going to move this over to right about there. I chose to use, for the masculine version, the Dragonfly Garden. And I used the open Dragonfly only because this would be really dark on there and I don't want it dark. But I am pulling in a piece of Granny Apple Green. So I decided to use Granny Apple Green. And I am going to put a paper underneath. Oh, I don't want that one. It's messy. You won't be able to see. You'll be focused on the mess and not the card. Let me pull out another sheet. All right, so there. All right, I'm putting a sheet underneath because I'm going to stamp off. You want to stamp off because it kind of looks like pattern paper that way and gives your card some interest. So I've got my stamp and my ink, Versamark. If you don't have this in your collection, you need to get some because this is going to make the stamping on this card. It's not ink, it's just the Versamark, and it creates a watermark. So I'm going to ink this up and stamp it on here. Now you won't be able to see anything for a while, and my pad looks horrible, but it still works, so that's the key. And I'm going to stamp all over. And as this ink dries, it creates that watermark on your card. So it's a good ink to have in your arsenal of supplies. All right, let's see. Let's have this one come down like so. And one more down here in this corner. And I think I'm going to do him this way, and he'll go off. Now, I've got a spot here. This one I didn't worry about. I left it because it was a, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. There are some open spaces. Yes, it does, Sharon, and you can get a refill for it and re-ink your pad. Like I said, this still works. It looks horrible, and I have one that looks worse than that. Look at that one, and it still works. The ink doesn't come off. So, but there's my card, and I'm going to take, and I'm going to kind of clean my stamp because I'm going to use it. All right, so I've got that. Now, this has to dry. So while it's drying a little bit, I'm going to go and I'll put my card together and do my sentiment. So my base is Granny Apple Green. Okay, and get my bone folder. All right. This piece is 3 3/4 by 5. Now, all the measurements I post afterwards, so don't worry about trying to remember it. And this piece is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So it is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. All right, I'm going to put this on my card, and I left my bottle of glue over at my other station. I have 2 stations. I have this one where I do my filming, and I have my one where I do my designing. Only because I don't want to have to reset this up every time. So this one just stays set up for my filming. And you're going to put this on your card base, and you're going to center it side to side and top to bottom. So there, I've got that. Now, I wanted a different sentiment, and that meant I had to adjust this piece. This piece was based on this sentiment. This piece is based on my sentiment, and I'm using You Are an Inspiration on this one. And I'm going to stamp it in my Granny Apple Green. All right. And I'm going to pull my scrap paper back over here so I can see. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed Thank You for Your Kindness. Hold on. All right. So I will be changing, I think my paper may be too big. All right. Let me check and see. All right. This might be a little bigger than I need it. I don't know. I'm going to stamp it in the middle, and we'll see. If I have to cut it down, I will. All right. If I don't stamp it straight, I'll be cutting it down. And I didn't. Okay. So what I'm going to take and do is pull in my little trimmer. All right. Let's see what I can get here. I'm going to use, I got to come down just a bit. I'm using this brown mark, and I'm trying to line up the top of my sentiment. Let's see if that worked. It moved on me. It may not be straight. And it's not. All right, let me get this side straight. It'll be close. All right. I don't want it too small. I'll trim that other piece up later. And I'm not going to do that side, but I am going to go back, and I'm going to trim this side a little bit better because it's a little bit off. And this time I'm lining the top of my, I'm trying anyway. I'm using my 1-inch line to line this up. There we go. Much better. All right. I'm so glad I stamped that before I put it on my card. And I didn't put anything. All right, now this is dry enough that I can go ahead and put this on. If this isn't dry, when you put it on there or flip it over to put your adhesive on the back, it will smear, which will mess up your card. So make sure it's dry, and if you need to, heat it with your heat tool. All right, and then this is, I'm going to move it a little bit. Okay, come on. There we go. That's better. Okay, so there is my card. This goes on with dimensionals so that you have some interest on your card. I'm going to put my pen back in my glue. And naturally, I forgot to check. So give me a minute to cut some dimensionals. Okay, here we go. Dimensionals on the back. And I wanted some, this one had just a tiny little bow, just a little bit of interest. You don't need it. I can't find, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I can't find my pokey tool. It was behind my pencil. But Okay, make sure you put this on straight. And I put it right in the middle, like so. And then I thought, I would really like something on here. You don't need it. What would be perfect would be dragonfly trinkets, but we don't have any of those. We have bumblebee. So you could always do the background of the bumblebee. So I'm going to add a knot of this glitter ribbon, only because a dragonfly is sparkly and shiny. And I'm using a knot rather than a bow because a knot is a little less formal than a bow and a little less feminine. So I have my knot and I'm going to put it on with a glue dot. But like I said, you don't need to, and to make sure my knot stays, I'm putting my glue dot on the back of this ribbon and the back of that ribbon. And I'm going to add it right there in the corner. I got to angle it just right to get those glue dots. And there it is. Quick and easy and such a cute idea and minimal supplies. So you can do this with Versamark over and over again because all you need are your stamp sets in different versions, and you can create a bunch of them. A great card to mass produce so that you can share them with anybody. So it says I only have one watching, so I don't know. Again, Facebook does funny things when you're doing Facebook Live. People are talking about how they started in the landscape, and before they knew it, it was portrait. So it's hard to say. But there's my idea. Clean and simple, easy to do, and a great card. And this would not cost extra to mail. I did use dimensionals under there, but the rest of it is flat. Even the bows, you have a tendency to get a flatter card if you use a knot versus a bow because you've got that knot there. So, what do you think, guys? Do you like it? Is it a good idea? You have to let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Anything you can think of. So that's what it is. Now, next Saturday is the convention, the Stampin' Up! Convention, and it's an online convention, and I am attending, but I will be here for a card because they're doing make and takes in the morning, and I can do that at another time. I don't know when they start. I think it's like at 10:45, 11 o'clock. So, but they always do all kinds of talking beforehand. So I might still get in there in time. So I will be back with a card. Now, don't forget, I posted the measurements for the mystery stamp-along. Oh, okay, Sharon. I'm quite certain with the wind. Hi, Marlene. I assume you go by Marlene, but maybe not. I posted the dimensions of everything, so cut your paper and join us Monday evening for Stamp-Along. And I give you the clue, but I do it also because I know a lot of you're not real comfortable following a clue yet, but that's fine. So we'll be doing the card together, and this is a really cute card. And it's simple. It looks like it's going to be crazy, but it's not. It's a very simple card. So, all right, let me get ready. Hold your eyes. I'm going to flip this around. I usually try to... Okay, there we go. I'm back. I know a lot of people use Switcher Studio, but that's expensive. if I was a big name demo with lots of money, I'd be doing it too, but I'm not. And I did try Streamlabs, but everybody said that it wasn't as clear as using the phone and everything else. So I want it clear as could be so that you guys can see what I'm doing and the ideas. So with that, I'm gonna get ready and sign off. Don't forget, share the video, rewatch on the replay, share the video, comment, and if you make a card, share it with us. I have 2 cards to give away. Sharon Duff, don't forget to send me your mailing address, send me a private message so that I can send your card out to you. I will see you guys Monday night, 7:30 p.m., right here for some mystery stamp along. Have a great weekend, guys. Stay warm, stay out of the wind. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It's going to be pretty bad here for us, but as it goes further up the coast, it'll hit some of you. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.